Thank you for the $5. How long ago was the Aljo beef? That was the first time coming in. That was my first time coming into contact with the channel. We need a new target to unleash the Guru Army on. But it's got to happen naturally, though. We can't push for it, you know what I mean? If it happens, it happens, though. Normally happens when someone threatens to sue me over reading public information, but I don't know. I'm 5-0 on court cases so far, you know? Fuck it, dude. I've been into wine recently, red wine. Sione, I appreciate you. Thank you. You drinking a Shklor? Yeah, man. Some of the hard shit, you know? Thank you for the 6 euros. Thank you for the 2. First 3 things you would do if you were a UFC president. I'd fire Torres Finney just to make a statement. I'd fire Bilal. No, I'm joking. No, I wouldn't. First thing I'd do is bring back face-to-faces. That's what I would do. Second thing I'd do is when I'm going to make a fight announcement, I'd invite all of the fighters to an area in like Vegas or something in the fight capital, and I'd have a ceremony where the fights got made and got confirmed. Even if the fights are out there as like in the works on Twitter, or Big Marcel's thinking they're in the works, or someone has a lead on it, it still doesn't matter until it's really officially announced. So what I would do is I would fly the fighters out to the announcement ceremony and have them actually have a face-off at the announcement. So I'd be like, the first matchup we're having is at UFC 381, and it's Ilia Topuria coming out versus so, and I'd announce the next one coming out, and it'd be like a moment. But I don't know. You see they put Werner on the left side of the 3-2-1 poster so her lazy eye doesn't terrify the public. I mean, she's also she's the higher ranked of the two of them. Let's not shame Werner Jandiroba, guys. I'm not on board with that. Even though I may have done it many times. We'll turn over new leaf, folks. She never done nothing wrong. I think Brendan has a chance, but is too dumb to capitalize. Brendan Allen, yeah, he does have a chance, but he'll fuck it up. Right? Who sees that one coming, chat? Who sees that one coming? Brendan Allen! Oh, he's thrown himself off the back. Reina Dorita on top, folks. I can so see that happening in Brendan Allen versus Reina Dorita, dude. Brendan Allen's thrown himself on bottom position, going for an inverted armbar, folks. Reina Dorita on top, raining down elbows. Thank you for the membership, Arnold Allen. If you became a fighter, what would your style be like? What would my style be like? Oh, I'd be a bit like a Tom Aspinall mixed with a JDM mixed with a Chimaev mixed with a Sergey Pavlovich mixed with anyone else really badass, you know? Guru would be a serial lay-in prayer. I just wouldn't, Fiad, and you know that's not the case. No, for real though, I'd kind of be like I'd be like a white Carlos Prates out there, I feel like, dude. Real light on the feet, movement heavy, you know, rangy. Nah, maybe a Pavlovich. Tom Aspinall creeps me out. Why? Drinking on stream's a bit... I don't really like Usman versus Bilal. Unk versus Unk doesn't really benefit either too much. Give me Bilal versus Michael Morales and Usman versus Ian Gary. Thoughts? Usman versus Bilal. Unk versus Unk doesn't really benefit either too much. Give me Bilal versus Michael Morales. Yuck. Why not make Bilal versus Usman? There's bad blood. Unk versus Unk doesn't really benefit either. It's not Unk versus Unk. He just lost the world championship and he was the favorite to beat JDM. Now that JDM's whooped his ass doesn't make him an Unk. Thank you for the $5. Usman, Ian Gary. I don't mind the matchups. Listen, they're both good matchups. But then what do you do with Shavkat, right? But yeah, I just feel like you need to capitalize on Usman versus Bilal. Because why aren't we capitalizing on all the big fights? We didn't do Diego Lopez Yair. Please, can we do Bilal versus Usman, for fuck's sake? What puts you off your dinner more than a Somalian's face? All right, then. Or a Woodson's body type. Also, how's the bulk going? Just kidding. I know you're just big boned. I'm getting into powerlifting, dude. I've been powerlifting recently, chat. Are you noticing the leanness of my shoulders? Are you noticing the leanness of the shoulders now, chat? It's like a real, like, lid. It's like the lid of, like, a motorbike wheel. You know the cover of a motorbike wheel? So I watched Hafjord Bjornsson lift 510 kg like it was fucking nothing. Like it was nothing, dude. So I'm going to go for it, you know. Do you think Derrida beats Hamzat? Odds he can. He's the underdog for sure. But yes, he can beat him. But I don't think he does. But he could do. Hey Guru, big fan. I will say that Derrida trained with both Chimaev and Duplessis and picked Duplessis to win. So I don't know if he was just being biased to his do or D brother. You know, the Duplessis, Derrida, Duplessis. I don't know if there's some link there, but he must have known something. Maybe he anticipated Duplessis' grappling to be a little better like his, and he did pretty well. I don't know though. Hey Guru, big fan. I know DJ said he won't come back. Did Harry Hardwick send you the wheelchair back? Oh my god, dude. The first like fighter that the MMA Guru gets behind and he leaves the UFC in a wheelchair after his debut. I mean, it's almost like a biblical chat, don't you think? It's almost just a it's almost fate, destiny. I rally behind Harry Hardwick from the get-go in his career, dude. I put him on. You know what I mean? I keep telling people about him. I'm building him up. He gets to the UFC, leaves in a wheelchair. Kind of insane. But, you know, he'll be back. Featherweight Hardwick, I believe in. Depends on the matchup. But if they give him a nice one, I reckon we'll get the ball rolling. You know what I mean? He is pretty good, though. He is decent. He's better than your average regional featherweight. You're a good guy. Also, since Dana White, for better or worse, is the face of the UFC, would the UFC crumble down if something happens to him? I don't think it would crumble down. I think it would definitely lose some level of promotion in the first place. But I think if the person who replaced him was actually putting value into the promotion of the company and the sport, I feel like Dana promotes himself and takes away from the promotion of the UFC quite a bit. Like, Dana wants to be a celebrity. You know what I mean? I feel like you need a sort of promoter of the UFC that doesn't really want to be a celebrity, but just gets heralded as like a great promoter because of all the stuff that he does and the build-ups of fights and the stuff that he does. I feel like Dana's just kind of rich and wants to bucket list a bunch of celebrity meetups and all of these connections and shit, you know? So I don't know. But I think it would take a dip immediately, yeah. But then it would rebuild, hopefully. Can you tell Tom to... Well, did you hear about Asmongold's dad? No, I didn't hear about Asmongold's dad. What happened? Is that the guy from the Are You Winning Sons original? He passed away. Damn, that's pretty sad. That's very sad. He seemed like a cool dude, his dad. I saw a few clips. Oh, well. Check Yoel Romero's tweet. All right, what do you say?
They run everything. I'm sick of them. They run the media.
I don't know. Does he notice him? This is Yoel Romero. So Darren Till said, Yoel, shut your fucking fat old mouth. I don't give a shit about you nowadays, do I? Fuck. Come over to box now. Leave your fat juice head on the canvas, lad. In fact, I've been told to stop calling old cunts out like yourself, so fuck it. Oh, I told him that. I don't even want to fight you. You're an old age pensioner. Your bus... Okay, what's he saying? In fact, I've been told to stop calling out cunts like yourself out, so fuck it. I don't even want to fight you. You're an old age pensioner. You're a bus pass dependent. Don't even call my name, you bum. Mike Perry, you're a bum as well. Why is Mike Perry getting it off this? Oh, I guess he's in the interview. Your manager is a bum also, and his brother is a bum. Even Ariel, you're a little instigator bum. Stop calling my name, fucking gang of bums. Sam Jones, you little glass collector for Eddie and Frank. Okay. Yoel Romero said, I watched Darren Till's fight and love the way he boxed. That's the fight I want next. What did he say that... I guess Yoel must have insulted him in this for him to react in this way or something like that. But then Darren Till says,
You say this to me. I love you. Say yourself, boy.
He's saying it, dude. He's actually saying it. Nice, dude. Yoel living it up to the character, man. And you know what's not even crazy, chat? Darren Till does sleep him in a boxing match at this point, right? At this point, Till probably would just leave him stiff in a boxing match, I think. Till's pretty good at boxing. Like, he seems naturally talented with his hands, you know? Thank you for the $2. Thank you for the $5. I don't think Ilia looks good with his Crawford call-outs. He's kind of getting little broed. It worked for Conor. It just doesn't feel the same now. I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel the same anymore. Because Crawford's the talk of everyone, you know. He's got in the hundreds of thousands of likes for putting on a shit performance where no violence happened. So, it is what it is, you know. Yeah, Ilia should stop talking about non-fighters. I agree. It's kind of bullying, right? It makes him look like a bully. Believe it or not, Brown is out. Ilia is doing what Tom Aspinall needs to be doing because Ilia's just trying to get a boxing payday and Tom got screwed by the UFC. Plus, heavyweight is dead, so he should be eyeing boxers. No, he shouldn't. Shut the fuck up. You just get picked on for it. Thank you for the $10. I think Tom needs to wipe out Cyril Gane, wipe out whoever's next, and then wipe out Alex Pereira if he gets the light heavyweight belt back, and then fucking dip. You think Ilia has a chance against Crawford if they would agree to fight in MMA gloves? Ilia has a chance against Crawford if they would agree to a fight in MMA gloves. Yeah, he would have a chance then, but Crawford would also be amplified. But would he be? Or would he break his hands? Because a lot of boxers learn how to punch with the big cushions on and end up breaking their hands. You saw it with a lot of boxers that transitioned over. Malignaggi fought BKFC, immediately shattered his hands. Thoughts on boxing fans thinking Crawford has a chance versus Topuria in MMA because of his wrestling credentials? Yeah, he doesn't have wrestling credentials. He just wrestled at school. Dylan Budka wrestled at school, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear it. And he accomplished way more than Terence. His name's Terence, dude. You get whooped in any fight. Stop talking about Ilia versus Crawford, dude. That's a non-fighter versus a fighter. Stop talking about boxers. Fuck boxing, man. I'm going to make a video about it after this. Have you heard about what Shakur Richardson said about Ilia versus Crawford in MMA? He said Terence can choke him out. Don't listen to boxers talk about combat. I've seen Shakur Stevenson throwing punches in a street fight. He couldn't even drop a guy. He was sucker punching the guy about 5 times. Couldn't even drop him. I don't want to hear about it. Why did DJ bring you on to the Till interview and then get you to immediately leave? Okay, I'll give some context to that because it did seem a bit rushed, right? So basically the producer of the show, Michael, just messaged me in the middle of it when they had like 5 minutes left and said, yo, you around right now? And I was just there in my house sitting there with my head in my hands. Just like really struggling. And then I just thought, fuck it, dude. I'm putting the beanie on and going on. So I just thought, yeah, I'm there, you know. So they just brought me on for a couple minutes at the end, you know. It was pretty spontaneous. It wasn't prepared. So yeah, that might explain the hastiness of it. You and Till are both in the UK. Any chance we ever see an in-person interview? I think what we'll have to do, me and Darren Till, is we won't do an in-person interview. We won't do anything like that. What we do is we'll do like a McGregor, yes or no chat, like a McGregor-Helwani. Remember when Helwani met up with McGregor and they walked through Dublin and they were talking to each other? I think I got to do that with Till, but in Liverpool, you know? And it just sort of ran, and we keep the camera rolling till one of us gets stabbed. I reckon is the move to make. And I'm going to have to do it, you know, because Till's already taken one, so I'm going to have to, like, even, you know. I have to, at the end of the video, I just jump in front of Till, like, no, he's got to beat Andrew Tate and KSI, no! And I'll leap in front of him and save the day. You see Till went on the Mighty Cast, sick collab. Yeah, did you stay till the end of it, mate? Maybe then you'd know that I did know he was on there. Yeah, because I joined in at the end for a few minutes. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, I did see it, though, yeah. I actually organized that collab chat. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I messaged Demetrius Johnson and Darren Till and said, let me connect you guys, and do you want me to give the number over? And I actually orchestrated that entire thing, chat. It's just regular stuff these days, you know, for the MMA guru. It's just an everyday in the life, you know. How do you think Prime Till does against the current top welterweights? Prime Till against the current top welterweights, huh? There's a fly's nest on my roof, and they keep getting in, and it annoys me, and I can never get them out. And if I open the door to get them out, they just all flood in. How do I think Till does against the prime top welterweights? I don't think he would beat them. Stop trying to get me to shit on Till after we just had a big... Chat, did you see how much Till was cheesing and blushing? Chat? Did you guys see that? That's crazy. I've never seen someone blush and get all like smiley the way when I showed up on screen to Darren Till did. We truly are best friends. Yeah, but I don't think Till beats the top welterweights. That being said, chat, yes or no? In my opinion, chat, and I'm going to say something, prime welterweight Darren Till probably beats Shavkat Rakhmonov in like a boring decision. I could see that. Maybe Leon Edwards, but I don't think he beats Usman or Brady or Muhammad or JDM. But I feel like he could maybe boring it into like a close fight with Shavkat. You know? Shavkat dogs him. Ah, yes, Shavkat. Like he dogged Ian Gary on a week's notice. Yeah, I forgot about that.